never stops. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you
Welcome to Artist on Record News Flash. Who's back's Zach? Confirmed by Pete Townsend right here. Pete Townsend confirms Zak Starkey is back in the Who. It's all happening right now. Thanks for being here. Right now, we are looking at Saturday, and it is, what is it, April 19th, I think? Yeah, I think so, huh? Let's look at the calendar. Yeah, 8, 9. It's the 19th of April. It is 10:27, almost 10:30 Pacific time. Wherever you are, hope it's a good day for you. Welcome. Good morning, everybody, and good afternoon. Well, this is the breaking news for today. We've been following this story, and right here, Pete Townsend confirms that Zak Starkey is back in the Who. So the question is, what the heck is going on here? This is like a soap opera, better than Days of Our Lives, but it's this is what's happening in rock and roll. And you guys have been very vocal about this in the comments of past breaking news of this story. You guys are going crazy, so make sure you do comment below here. And if you're here in the chat, let's see you speak. I'll pop it up here. But this is the news right now. Let's dive into this. And for people who don't know what's going on, this has been going on for quite some time. So let me ask you, Zach has been very vocal on social media. Was Zak Starkey's post, did this reunite the reunion of him back with the band? Did his post hit Pete Townsend so hard that Pete said, "Hey, Roger, you were out of line"? Did Roger apologize to Zach? Or did Zach say, "Hey, I'm sorry about my drums being too loud," which he kind of did. And if you've been following Zak Starkey on Instagram, his posts are very funny, they're very humorous. Some have been deleted. But let's dive into this. But right now in rock and roll, the Who has a drummer. So for all you drummers out there that thought you had a chance of auditioning and being in the Who, nah, Zach is back. And Pete Townsend confirmed it. Pete Townsend actually did a statement right here, and I'll read it to you guys. Let's pull this up. Pete had said in the following statement, newsflash, Who backs Zach? He's not being asked to step down from the Who. No, 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 no. And there's a post right there that Zak Starkey had made. You could see that. Pete went on to say there have been some communication issues, personal and private, on all sides that needed to be dealt with, and these have been happily, aired happily. He says, Roger and I would like Zach to tighten up his latest involved drumming style uh, to accommodate our non-orchestral lineup, and he has agreed. I take responsibility for some of the confusion. As you know, I don't know if you guys know, there was videos I had posted of Zach playing live at the last Who show at the Royal Albert Hall, which was a benefit for a charity, cancer charity for teenagers that Roger Daltrey is a part of. And Roger couldn't hear himself. He was saying the drums were too loud. So that's what we're referring to right now. Let me go on to read this statement for you guys. Pete says, I thought that 4.5 weeks ago would be enough time to recover completely from having a complete knee replacement. Why did I ever think I could land on my knees? Wrong. Maybe we didn't put enough time into sound checks, giving us problems on the stage. The sound in the center of the stage is always the most difficult to work with. Roger did nothing wrong but fiddle with his ear monitors. Zach made a few mistakes and he had apologized. And Al beat with a rubber duck drummer. We are a family. This blew up very quickly and got too much oxygen. Maybe he's meaning to the social media post that Zach was posting. But let's check out more what he says. It's over, he says. We move forward, and they're being positive about that. So he wants to move forward. As for Roger, fans can enjoy his forthcoming solo shows with his fabulous drummer, Scott DeVores, who it was rumored might replace Zach in the Who and has always been supportive of the band. I owe Scott an apology for not crushing that rumor before it spread. He has been hurt by this. I promise to buy him a very long drink and give him a hug. Pete Townsend, April 19th, 2025. So, Scott thought he had a chance of being who? Zach is back, and the fans are happy. He's a hard guy to replace, Zak Starkey. I mean, I watched some of the clips. I actually didn't hear any mistakes. And it's kind of crazy to get fired from The Who when originally Keith the Moon, the most outrageous drummer, fantastic. There's only, one Moon the Loon. But how could you even complain? I think maybe we're getting a little older, a little grumpy, but let's rewind a little bit. It went from this right here. It went from Zak Starkey's message, "I'm sorry, Roger." And he was posting, and he posted some posts over here. "I'm sorry, Roger. I dropped a couple of beats. I'll pick him up next time if I can. Love, Zach." And then Zach made a couple other references right here. Roger and his wife front. Maybe that upset Roger right there. I thought it was pretty funny. But you could tell Zach was upset about being let go of The Who. And then Zach made another post right here with the Keith Moon logo. "Sorry, Roger. I dropped a couple of beats." Behind that post, like Keith Moon never dropped beats, loudest, craziest drummer in the world. But here we are now, finally, after all the sorries, and from the beginning, the Who fires Ringo's son, it's all back here. The man is back. Pete Townsend confirmed it. And Zach is actually posting on his social media right here as well. The real Zak Starkey, V, grateful to be a part of the family, of the Who family, excuse me. Thanks, Roger and Pete, XX. All righty. And you can see other drummers are following this. Slim Jim Phantom even gave it a thumbs up and hearts. And you could check out that on Zach's Instagram. But who's here in the chat really quick? Let me see really quickly. Give you a shout out. Thanks for being here. B. Kip, this is nuts. Zach must be a pretty cool dude to roll with this. I think so. That's who we got over here. I don't want to say your name wrong, but it's really long. But Supaka Room, excuse me if I said it wrong. Thanks for converting this. I was really dismayed by what occurred and am now very appreciative of what the Who has fixed. A lot of people, a lot of you Who fans are very upset about this. You could go to the other clip that I did when Zach was fired. The comments are out of control. Not in a bad way. You just lit up the board, and I appreciate your comments. But now let's light up the board here. The questions I have for you guys with this situation. Do you think Roger got a little told off from Pete? You were out of line. You're complaining on stage. You don't bring you think any of that went on? Because if you go to a show or a benefit or whatever, especially a benefit, you don't want to see the singer, or maybe you do, complain and point out the problems. Maybe just go with it. Hey, I understand. Nobody's the same person. Do you think Pete yelled at him backstage? Or do you think backstage there was a situation between Roger and Zach? I wonder. But whatever happened, this rock and roll soap opera, they made nice, and they are back, and Zach is back, and the fans are happy. So in the meantime, I want you to post your comments down below, and I want to know your thoughts about this. I don't think anybody could really replace Zach. And how much life does the Who have left in them to go on? I want to know. You want to know. So post your comments down below. But in the meantime, this is the news in rock. Pete Townsend confirms Zak Starkey is back in the Who. It's a happy family. Everybody's getting hugs. Zach, we love you. I was kind of hoping to see Zach in Oasis, to be honest with you. But that's just my personal opinion. Don't get upset with me. In the meantime, post your comments down below. Give us a thumbs up. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe and share this out. This is breaking news on Artist on Record this afternoon with you. In the meantime, who loves you, baby? We do. Please click here and here for our next episode. Until then, we're going to catch you all later. One more comment before we go. Right here, Keith Moon, Kenny Jones, and Zak Starkey are a great stable of drummers of the history of the Who. Keep it together and keep on rocking, living legends. I agree with you. You know what? Out of those three drummers, I had the honor to have Kenny Jones on this show. So make sure you check that interview out in our playlist, on our 60s playlist. In the meantime, I put a message out for Zach. So, Zach, if you're watching, we want you on the show. I want to talk to you. Fantastic drummer. I hail you. Now, back to this. Click here and here for our next episode. Post your comments because we need you, and give us a thumbs up. Until then, who loves you, baby? We do. Thanks for watching. That is the news in rock today.